Hello guys! Yes, I'm finally back from college. I just got done with my sophomore year, which means I have 2 more years left of college. Kind of scary to think about, but we're not gonna think about that at this very moment because today we're finally gonna be reviewing a new diecast car, that being Lightning Ramone. So this car is one of the cars I've been looking forward to getting in 2025, and that's saying a lot because there's really not that much of good releases for older collectors, but for newer collectors like me, this is one of those releases that I've been really itching to get for a while because I got Big Room Massage way back in the day. I got Mater at time, I think, yeah, this year as well, because he came back in 2025. So yeah, I basically have like what half of McQueen's Pit Crew, which is pretty cool. I just need Pit Crew member Guido, Philbo, I know, Mac, Doc, and I mean technically Pit Crew member Flo. They did bring Flo with tray bag, but it's not the Pit Crew member version, just the regular Flo with tray, which is kind of dumb. But anyways, we're not gonna spend a lot of time on that. But yeah, I actually found this at my college time Walmart alongside. Let me pull them out. GRC Raul Saul, because I believe they are both in the same case. Case S, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's case S. It's the case with Giant and Gears and basically an Acer. So I did not find those two, but I did find Lightning Ramone and Acer. Not Acer, sorry, GRC Raul. It's been a long day, guys, but yeah, I put on my community tab. I put up the poll of which cars do you want me to see review next, and Lightning Ramone won by a considerable amount of the votes. Like he got a lot of votes. So yeah, now the options for the next video are GLC Raul Saul. I also got Cam Spinner, who's not a new release, but I got it because my old one's a little damaged, and I've never reviewed Cam, so this would be a good time. I also have Komodo, who I've still yet to review from my last haul, so yeah, hopefully I can get to all of those three soon, but I think it was the right choice for me to do Lightning Ramone at first, because I think he's the most interesting of those four. But enough of all that mumbo jumbo, let us take a look at the packaging. So let's move all these cards out of the way. As you can see, we have his nice card art. He is on his hydraulics, which is interesting to note, but I do believe his older releases from China always had him like this. Even when he was released hydraulic, he had this artwork. So Lightning Ramone looks very sparkly and shiny in there. As seen in cars with other releases such as Daryl Contrib, Mario Andretti, Dexter Hoover, Green Flag, JW, Sarge with a pickle member Sarge, who is coming back this year as well, I forgot to mention that, and Christina Wheeland. I have these guys, not JW though. I will probably get them later, but he's not a priority for me right now. So yeah, that about does it for the packaging, and I'll be right back with Lightning Ramone all opened up. Hey, so here's Lightning Ramone out of the package, and he's actually looking pretty nice from Thailand. But first, let's show a picture of where he appeared in the movie. He appeared in the last race, basically sporting McQueen's colors and kind of a little bit of a translation of his bolt, but not exactly the same. And I'll compare him to McQueen's bolt in a little bit. But yeah, Ramon always gets dressed up for the occasion. So of course, during the race, he wants to support McQueen. So he makes sense that he would get a paint job that sort of resembles him, while make it his own unique thing. Now, as for his releases, I do believe he was released in 2007. Yeah, 2007. I think I know he got released there, and I don't think he was released as often as other Ramones. I know he got released in 2013 in the Retro Radiator Spring series, and 2016 in the Radiator Spring series, and obviously in 2015 we had that hydraulic version in a 2-pack with Big Crew member Flo. And then I don't think it was released after that. So, oh yeah, this is basically his first release since 2016, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, if I'm missing any more dates, I'll add it on the screen. But the ones I know of are 2007, 2013, and 2016. So yeah, I'm on that era, but pretty cool. We can take a look at the diecast now. So first off, I love his expression. It's not as dynamic as some of the other remote expressions we've been getting lately, but it's a gets the job done. You can see he does a chrome detailing around his mustache, which is pretty cool. The side to a silver. Now, the paint on him is quite interesting because it's quite not as sparkly as I thought it would be, but it's also not flat. It's kind of like a hybrid between the two. Like it's not a hybrid. Sorry, it's like a middle ground between the two, but you can kind of see the sparkles, but if you look at it straight on, it kind of looks like he has nothing at all. Kind of like a flat red. Actually, it's not even a flat red. This is like a metallic orange almost, but on camera it's coming off as metallic orange, but in person it's a lot more of a softer red. Kind of reminds me of the red my parents' cars had, although my parents' car is a little darker compared to Ramone's color, but it's similar. See these little texture lines. We see his wheels here, which have been dull on these Ramones, but I mean that's Thailand Ramone. The gold isn't as good as they were in China, but I mean it's not a horrible, honestly. I can honestly live with that. So there's that. The main attraction for this Ramone is obviously the lightning bolt. Again, it's not a direct translation of McQueen's bolt, but like, it's not like they copy and pasted McQueen's bolt onto Ramone. Like, no, obviously he doesn't have the number. It is slightly different. Like, the yellow here is way more vibrant compared to McQueen's. I mean, this is Italian McQueen, so actually, let me show off a China McQueen. I have McQueen shovel right here. Yeah, I'd say that's way more brighter than even a China McQueen's bolt. So, kind of interesting. It's like it's the same concept, but like, not like the exact same. Like, it's a simple concept, but not quite. I'm glad they differentiated it between the two because I think it would have been much more less thing if they had done that. Sorry. It would have been a lot less special if they had just copy and pasted McQueen's bolt on the Ramone, but they didn't, and I'm glad. Here's a little part here. The windows are colored in silver, which they never were before, so that's a nice addition to Italian Ramones. He does have silver across his little fins. We have nothing on the roof. His windows are strangely blue, which I don't think it's supposed to be that way. I think it's supposed to be more of a gray color, but okay, I guess that's interesting. He does have the Radiator Springs logo on the back, but you can't even see it because the window color is just so different. Like, at least on these older ones, yeah, you can kind of see it. Like, so it wasn't as visible, but you can still see it at least. Just you can even barely see it at all. So yeah, that's a little strange, but they did outline the back window in silver, which is pretty nice. He has his taillights on the back, and his iconic license plate, low and slow. I noticed that sorry for moving the camera, but yeah, I noticed that the area where the license plate is not colored in as it normally would be. It's a little disappointing to see, but I mean, not horrible, not the worst thing in the world. I believe this side is exactly the same. Yeah, I really like the lightning bolt, how creates by the orange or just yellow. I think that's really cool. I wish the yellow was a little less bright. I feel like it's too vibrant almost, but I think that's how it's supposed to be in the movie, so I'm not complaining too much. And here is the base. Disney Pixar made in Thailand. Chevrolet, they do have to credit Chevrolet because that is the model he is. So yeah, that about does it for this Ramone here. Not much to say. It's just literally like a red Ramone with a lightning bolt on it, but it's still quite nice to have. I'm glad they brought this version back instead of the other ones like Green Ramone was released in 2021. Largest Ramone a lot. He was released like 2 times in a row. So I'm glad they're getting into those more classic Ramones from the first movie. For comparisons, I do want to compare him to a Vietnam Welcome to Radiator Springs Ramone. So you can kind of see how each country did their own take on it. Yeah, this is way more like fuzzy looking. This is actually pretty clear for Thailand, so very happy to see that. They both have the silver trimming across the windows. Yeah, my lightning Ramone does seem to have a little bit of wear and tear on the back window, but it's not too bad. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. See how this part is only colored in on Ramones? They left the red on this version for some reason. Does he have to load slow? No, he doesn't even have to load slow on the tires, right? Yeah, I don't think he has that on the lightning version. So here, that is a classic Ramone. Here is Easter Ramone. This is actually my most recent Ramone before Lightning Ramone. Expressions are kind of similar, kind of not quite. His Easter Ramone's eyes are a little higher up. This Ramone's a little bit more lower. Obviously, completely different in terms of designs. But I mean, it's so nice to see the difference. Yeah, you can see the Radiator Springs logo on the back window more clearly. Yeah, even he has the the colored in license plate border. This one doesn't. I think it would have looked really good on this version too. It would have popped on that red, but it's okay. You can't have everything, I guess. And just also want to show him next to Flo. Oh yeah, they look really good together. Like from the front here, honestly, it looks like Cruising Ramone, who is another red Ramone. But until you turn to the sides, it's like, oh, it's a lightning Ramone. So yeah. But these look very good though. Like anytime you pair a Flo with a version of Ramone, this looks so good. It really does. And now I'll take a little group shot. Let's get Ramone here. Let's get McQueen. Sarge is filling up his tank on his back, gas cap, and then we'll just have Mater kind of, see if I can just do that. Okay, there we go. Can we get Mater? Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's perfect, guys. That's perfect. Yeah, that what does it for the review of Lightning Ramone. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. And remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more coming content. See you all next time. Until then, this is Joe Quick Tire signing out.